You're listening to the Chronicles-of-Livin podcast, where we talk to everyday people about everyday things in the past, present, and future. Now let's talk. Greetings, my visionary dreamers. How is everyone doing on this happy Sunday? This is a good day, and I'm on my laptop today, so y'all know when I switch from cell phone to laptop or whatever, it might sound a little different. And so, as I say, listen to the message, okay? I will get this thing down packed soon, It's all a learning curve. Anywho, I'm just so happy today. I feel so good. And to those who are just tuning in, this is Adionne, your dream pusher, your lifeguard, saving you from the world, saving you from yourself, saving you from just get out your own way. That's what I'm here to do. I'm here to talk to you to help you to get out of your own way. And this is the Chronicles-of-Livin. This is the Chronicles-of-Livin podcast show. And this podcast show is dedicated to everyday people doing everyday things, living everyday life. Just us folks. We don't need a lot, Yeah, we want a lot, but we really don't need a lot at the end of the day. We really don't. We always want more than what we really need, That's what I'm learning, as I'm growing. And y'all know what I say, grow as you go. You know what I mean? So today's topic is, are attachments holding you back? Are attachments holding you back? I didn't get a chance to invite nobody because I forget that this is all different or whatever with this on the laptop. But anyway, as I noticed, a lot of people do this in after the fact too sometimes. So either way, that is the topic of today. And I chose that topic. Y'all know sometimes I just kind of choose the topic as I go throughout the week. Sometimes it comes to me before the top of the week. And I encourage y'all all to, when you inboxing me or you emailing me, I thank you for the words of encouragement and the words of, just sharing your stories with me and things of that nature. And I thank you for letting me know that these podcasts are helping you in some positive way, because that is the goal. Everybody knows I keep it all the way real on this podcast. It's really laid back. It's loose. It's a loose podcast. I just talk real, real stuff. Because that's what we need in life. We need people to keep it real. We don't need the whole, candy coating it. We need some real stuff sometimes. We need somebody to just really come at our neck with it. And that's what I'm here to do. It's all love. So I decided that I was going to start sharing with you guys, even though I always share anyway, but sharing some of the things that I'm learning from my new position, a new opportunity that I am involved with now, and from the Institute, the things that I'm learning from our spiritual leaders in place. They are all so awesome. I feel like I've only been here for I think a month and a half, and I feel like I've grown. Oh my gosh, if I was a tree, I would just have so many branches right about now. And I know I still have a lot of growth to do. But we've been in lectures this week. The good thing is, like I said, working for the Institute, I'm able to go to some of the events and sit in on some of the events, which is such a blessing. It truly is such a blessing. And so I just try to catch them when I can in the middle of dealing with the other clients and their events and stuff like that. I try to catch them when I can. But anywho, I just want to share with you guys, like, one of the things that, or some of the things that was talked about today from one of our spiritual leaders. He's awesome. He pretty much teaches on meditation a lot, and that's what we were doing pretty much all this week, learning about meditation, learning about the importance of yoga and meditation, in which, if you've been following me, you know that I did start off, I was meditating, I was doing a little yoga here and there, but my purpose of searching for a place like this was I wanted to really get a stronger sense of holistic remedies, and that's my whole thing. But in it, it's a whole lot more opening up to me, which is all good, because it all works together for the good, because I get to share with you guys. So I'm going to read something that was read today in the lecture, and I just want you to really listen to the words, because when I'm talking about, that's what he was talking about as well. He was talking about as far as attachments and letting go of attachments, so that you can pretty much come to your true self. Really, I'm big on that. I talk about that a lot. I try to hit y'all from different angles, and the importance of being true to you. So these words really hit. So I'm just going to try to read through it. I'm going to read through it slow so that you can catch the words and it can resonate with you in the way it needs to resonate with you. And then I'm going to share with you how it kind of resonates with me, okay? So this is taken from one of the Gitas. Now, y'all know I'm new to this. Some of these words I can't pronounce, so I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce it. What I did was I did put it in the descriptions, so that those of y'all who know how to pronounce it can, because I don't want nobody mad at me. So anyway, it's taken from the Gita, and it is, I guess you would call it chapter, because we got it in paper form, maybe chapter 6.20 to 22. That's what I'm going to read to you. Okay, first. Okay, listen. That place, first let me tell you this so you can know where I'm going. For those of y'all who don't know, the purpose of yoga is not just exercise or gaining strength and things of that nature. It is it is for you to be able to go deeper in your mind and illuminate your path. So I looked up some of the descriptions, and that is the easiest way. From some of the definitions, that was the shortest that I found, that I think you can get the real clear understanding. It's for you to go deeper in your mind and illuminate your path. So with that being said, listen to this. That place where thoughts come to rest, held steady by the practice of yoga, and where seeing the self by the very self, one becomes satisfied within the self. That is 620. Now, let me go on. That boundless happiness beyond sense, which is grasped through discernment, that place where one knows this, indeed is established in it, and does not swerve from the truth. That is 21. In which, having obtained, one is mindful that no other gain is greater than this, situated in which one is not shaken even by heavy suffering. That's 22. So I'm going to start this podcast off with that. I mean, you got to read that over and over for you to really grasp what it means to you. And, I know what the spiritual leader, what he in the class, what they talked about. And I mean, for me, that's what it means. It just means that when it says, that place of seeing yourself by your very self, and how you become satisfied within yourself. That's some deep stuff, because this is why I'm saying, are your attachments holding you back? Your attachments can keep you from seeing your very self and being satisfied within yourself and having boundless happiness, you know, it can make you swerve from the truth of knowing who you really are. It can shake you up, whatever your situation is. It can shake you up if you're attached to things, if you're attached to people, if you're attached to a way of life that is really, that God is done with. And you know, it's time for you to move on from. That is taking you off your path. You know? I mean, we as humans, because we are spirits in a human body, so therefore we take on a human mentality at times, you know, if we're not totally connected with our spirit. That's basically it, you know, and that's why a lot of us act out in so many different ways, that if we really knew who we truly were, and if we really knew how powerful we are as beings, we wouldn't act the way we act. We wouldn't choose the things that we choose to do. We wouldn't sometimes choose to be around some of the people we choose to be around. You know, your attachment to words, to people filling your ears with negative words, telling you who you are when they don't really know who you are. When sometimes you don't even know who you are. So that's why you listen to who they telling you are. Y'all get that? Y'all know I try to do a little tongue-tied stuff to make you think. That's why I do that, to try to give you some food for thought, to make you, you know, maybe rewind this back and wait, what did she say? And just analyze what I'm saying. You know? A lot of times, like I put on my Facebook post, why do we care more? And I said this in one of my podcasts too. Why do we care more about what other people think about us more than we think about us? It's because we don't know us. Once we know us, once you know you, once you know who you really are and the power that you possess as a being, as an individual, the divine power that you possess, you ain't gonna take no bullshit out of no one. You gonna be on the kick rock spree. You know, everybody gonna be like, what's up with her? What's up with him? I mean, yeah. When you wake up, I'm woke. I'm totally woke, and I'm waking up more and more every day. I'm not talking about waking up, getting out the bed. I'm talking about waking up in the spirit realm and knowing what's really going on in this world, knowing what's really going on. You know, I said I ain't gonna get too deep for y'all, but a lot of stuff that I read up on and I study on, I'll be like, whoa. But it lets me know that I am now awake, because some of the same stuff was in my face years ago, but I just didn't get it. I didn't get it. And when you're not awake, you don't get it. If you don't know, if you're not true to who you are and your true spirit, and you so busy holding on to attachments. When I say attachments, I'm talking about you holding on to the house because a big house that you really don't need, or that, you know, is really hurting your pockets because you're worrying about what everybody else is thinking about you. You worrying about, you know, oh, your other friends got a big house or whatever. But just like you might be struggling to hold on to that big house, they might be struggling too, but they ain't gonna tell you. They not. My thing is, everybody, you know, should really stay in their own lane. If everybody stay true to themselves, you will be so happy. Like, I'm telling y'all, I mean, don't get me wrong, you work for yours, you know what I'm saying? And my thing is this, I'm just using it as an example. I'm using these things as an example of far as attachments. Now, if you got it going on and, you know, you got the house, you got the fly car, whatever like that, you deserve it, you work for it. Even if you don't have the riches and that's what you want, you deserve it. We all deserve nice things, whatever we want in life. But what I'm saying to you is this. If some of the things that you want in life, you're not prepared for it right now, you don't have you together yet, I would suggest that you get you together first. Because a lot of times when you get big things and you don't know who you are, it can turn you into somebody else. I'm telling y'all, I've seen money. I've seen money and materialistic things change a whole person mindset and just turn them into somebody that you like, who the hell are you? Because they put more value on the things that they have than on themselves. You know, they identify themselves with things. People do it, you know, and I'm not sitting up here saying that maybe I might have been guilty of it at some point in my life as well. You know what I'm saying? Like, just wanting the nice cars. Always, I like nice things, and I work for it. And in the times that I felt like, okay, this is getting too heavy, if things shifted in my life, oh, let me tell you something. I am the let go queen. People will let you know. I will let it go straight up. I will. I'm not about to let nothing drag me down, trying to hold on to this and trying to hold on to that. For what? For what? Who is it really for? If it's something that's not making you happy, I talked about it in one of my other podcasts. Is, you know, I had a big house and all of that stuff at a very young age, and house built, whatever. I wasn't happy, and I let it go. I was going with the wind, real quick. And people couldn't understand it. They was like, oh my gosh, you're just going to walk away. Yes, I am, because I'm not happy. And I will get another one, and I can get this all over again, which I have over and over. It is once you get to that point and you understand how important it is to love yourself, how important it is to know yourself. We think we know ourselves, and we really don't. I am 47 and I'm just really learning myself. Even though I've tried to live life right and do right by people and all of this stuff, and I try my best not to live, you know, above my means, whatever, I am still just getting to know me and the power that I possess, and being comfortable with my path in this time-space reality. Being comfortable enough that I'm not worried about what everybody else is thinking about the choices and the decisions that I make. Because it's for me. They don't have to live out the decisions and the choices that I make. I do. And the only other people that will be affected is my kids. And I have conversations with them. And so I don't make the decisions without talking to them. Without asking, okay, what do you think about this? What do you think about this move? You know what I'm saying? My son came down. We talked about it before I took this step. And we had a very short time to talk about it because the opportunity came. I went right at the opportunity because I felt very strongly in my spirit that this was the place that I needed to be. I wanted to downsize. I'm like, okay, right now I'm single. What is the point of buying another house? My son's in college. You know what I'm saying? I don't need a whole lot. Like, I looked around and I'm like, I kept it all the way real with myself. Like, you're not even in this room. You're not in that room. You don't even sit on this part of the furniture. You don't even look at this TV. Like, I had to really talk to myself and say, like, do you really need this? You really want to start living life, Adionne? So it's like, you know, I just got to that point in my life that I was just like, and then I had stuff packed up in the attic of the apartment that I had. We had this big attic. I had stuff up there. I was like, okay, I don't even know what's in the stuff. I don't even know what's in the boxes, the bags, or whatever. And they say if you don't utilize things for a whole year, you might need to just get rid of it, okay? But we as people, for some reason, as humans, we just hold on to stuff. We just get attached to stuff, you know. We get it. And then people, let me go on the people side of things. You know, we get attached to people. We can be in relationships and be miserable, but because we've been in a relationship for so many years, we feel like, oh, okay, it's going to be a waste if I leave. I wasted all these years. Well, what you going to do? You going to waste more years? I mean, that don't make sense. So if you're miserable, if you're not happy in your relationship, you mean to tell me that because you might be in a relationship or marriage or whatever, and again, I'm not here to break up nothing. I'm all for the happiness. I'm all for people finding the right person for them, the person that's going to respect them, that's going to value them, value me as well. and that's going to be a real life partner, a real teammate to help that you can both grow together. But what I'm saying is, I was guilty of it myself. Holding on to somebody on and off relationship because of the years invested. And I'm feeling like, oh no, this has to work because I done invested all this time in this person, all these years of back and forth. It has to work. And then I got to the point that I'm like, we both gotta put the real effort to make this work. It cannot be unbalanced. It can't be up and down. It gotta be a team effort. And once I realized, okay, this is not a team effort, at least not to my standards, and not to far as when I started learning who I really was and started getting on that path of my value and my true value of myself, I'm like, you know what? I'm worth more than this. No, why am I going to waste more years doing this same thing? Not even just with relationships, with occupations, with jobs, with, you know what I'm saying? Careers. A lot of us, we go and we work so hard to climb that corporate ladder, and we get the position and we get the promotion and we get the money, and we're sick. We're not getting the right sleep. We're not, you know what I'm saying? I just found out one of my cousins he has a big position in the financing world, and if you've been listening, I've been in that world as well. And he has so much responsibility with his position, and he's so young, and his blood pressure is crazy. They can't control it, and he's too young. He don't even have kids yet. Is it really worth it? Is the money really worth it? It's hold on. Because see, what we do is this. We go out here, we start making our living, and so the more money we make, the more we spend. The more things we get, of course, that's a natural thing. We want nice things. So that's to be expected. But then we go to the point that we really need this. We need this job. We need this career to keep all the stuff that we have. And that's when it becomes dangerous, because now it's like, oh, a couple years pass or 5 years pass, and new people come in, new management, new whatever. And we all know sometimes when new management come in, it could get pretty shady. You know what I'm saying? You can start off at a job or at, with a career, and the person that you partnered with or whatever, it's all good. Everything's going good. And then all of a sudden something happens where things change, and new people come in, and new people have different mindsets and have different ideas and different paths that they want the company to go, or they might have this attitude that they think they just above everybody, and got short man syndrome, or with nothing against the short people, but that's just a term of endearment. But just have these control issues or whatever, bringing their life issues and putting it on you. Now you're stuck because you done accumulated all of this stuff, these beautiful things in your life, and you're like, oh my gosh, I can't leave until I go get another job or start another business or whatever you're doing, because I don't want to lose all of this stuff. Well, what might be happening is maybe you might be in that position, and maybe that person might have came along to shake you up, to make you move on, because maybe your time is up at that company or whatever, and you're just holding on. And God knows that happened to me quite a few times. That was the reason why I had to move a couple of times, because people, some of the people that came in, the company was just yeah. And I just was staying in because I'm like, okay, I'm a single mom. I got to take care of my son. I got to, I got to stay here. And it's a couple of times God just made a situation happen with the person that might have been in authority. Okay, I'm going to give you an example. One time I was property managing an apartment in Georgia. And here comes somebody coming in. And so as I was working for the company, I was doing the sales management part, and the other person was doing the property. So we were pretty good friends, and so long story short, she started doing some shady stuff. And when she would get into arguments with the people at the complex, we had to give, far as when they leave to go rent another property, we had to write out, a reference. And so she would give people jacked up references if she didn't like them. Well, I found out that she was putting my name on the references. And when I found that out, I confronted her. Of course, long story short, she didn't resolve the issue, so I had to call a meeting with corporate, and all that. And so what wound up happening is, instead of them listening to me and taking my word, because of her relationship with the regional, all of a sudden I lost my job. And I'm like, what? And I had just got a house, it was just crazy. So, but I felt in my spirit that something was going down. I told the maintenance guy, I said, you know what? I don't think I'm going to be here long. I think my time is up here. I don't know, but I had the feeling, but I just stepped into a house. So I was just like, what I'm going to do. But it forced me. It forced me to have to leave. And in that forcing, of course I came across another situation that was even better. So it all works out. It all works out. The thing is, you don't want to be forced out. You don't want to be forced out of your situation. You want to acknowledge how you're feeling inside and embrace it, and then move on from it. That's what you want to do. You want to let go of the attachments when you feel like it's time to let it go. That's what you want to do. I do hear somebody out there. I don't know who it is. But anyway, so this is what I'm trying to get y'all to understand. Like sometimes your attachments with friends that you grew up with, they're not growing at the same rate. But because you've been friends for years and years, now you're growing. Say you decided that you wanted to start a company. And say you was in the streets, you was selling drugs. You was in the streets, but now all of a sudden you want to go straight. You want to get it, you want to just do right. And you're trying to move on but you're trying to hold on to your friends. They don't get it. They happy with doing what they're doing. So what you going to do? You going to just keep on, keeping that relationship to the extent that you are? Yes, you can still be friends, but you don't have to keep it to the extent that you are. You can just, if they really got love for you, they'll understand, okay, you know what, our time is up right now. I've outgrown this situation, and, I hope y'all wish me well, and, y'all stay safe. Peace out. That's just how you gotta be. Because at the end of the day, as I keep telling y'all, we are all individuals. We all have our own individual path that we have to walk. And sometimes we got to walk it alone. Like right now, I'm walking my path alone. I thank God that, I think I went off track when I was talking about, I discussed this situation with my son, and then he came here, and then it was just like, yeah, this was the right decision. He thought this was the right decision. I'm sorry, y'all, I keep pausing because I keep hearing somebody or whatever like that. But yeah, so I'm just here to tell y'all, you gotta let go of the attachments, because you're so valuable, you're so powerful, and until you embrace that, things are not going to change in your life. Things are not going to change in your life. You really have to start embracing who you really are, no matter what it looks like to everybody else. You got to let go of the attachment. Sometimes we are attached to people because we can say, oh, they need me. They need me. No, sometimes you need them to need you. Sometimes when we don't embrace who we truly are, we don't realize it, but sometimes we attract a lot of needy people, and then we keep on feeding those needy people because we feel like within ourselves we need to be needed. Do y'all get what I'm saying? Because some of us don't think that if we're not doing nothing for anybody, or if we're not taking care of, some people are such nurturers to that extent that you feel like you gotta take care of this person. I was guilty of that too. So I'm talking to y'all from not just from other people's experiences, but from my experiences as well. Like attachment has held me back a whole lot when it comes to people, more than when it comes to materialistic things. I'm stronger at letting go of the materialistic things than I was at letting go of people. But now I'm to the point that I have graduated. Trust me, I've graduated, and I let go of people. I don't have a problem with it at all. And it's not because did I just play? Wait a minute. I'm sorry, y'all. It's not because I don't love the people. That's not it at all. It's because I love me more now. I love me more. And when you get to, and that's not being selfish. That is just understanding that when you love yourself more, you're better. You're better when it comes to relationships, when it comes to friendships and stuff like that. Because once you know who you are, once you value yourself, then you set a tone for anybody else that comes in your life. You set a tone, and they know you respect yourself, you value yourself. So they're not gonna push you too far. They might try you, but if you stay true to you, I don't care if it's a person. I remember dating somebody that I found out used to hit on his ex-girlfriend, but he never once tried to even go there with me. Matter of fact, never really tried to raise his voice at me, because people know you. They see you. You know what I mean? So those who don't know you, they're going to test you. But then once you show them who you are, and you show them that you know who you are, it's going to stop. Trust me, it's going to stop. So, like, people, it's just very important, y'all. It's very important that we get this. And, y'all know I jokey joke, but I just think this is really, I ain't trying to get all serious on y'all, whatever like that. But it's really, the more and more I learn who I am, the more and more I'm like, I really want everybody else to learn who they are and learn their value and learn the things that they need to let go of in life to get to who they are, and to be able to go after their purpose, their dreams and goals with all their heart, with excellence, That's where I'm at with it. Like, I just really want everybody else to understand this. And if it takes meditation, the meditation really helps. There's times when, if I'm feeling a little, I'm not gonna say anxiety, but if I got a lot of thoughts on something for too long, I will sit and put on some nice meditation music and just go to sleep to it. And trust me, it does wonders. It does wonders. Like, a lot of people, they don't understand the power of meditation and yoga because they think that it's some type of, I don't know, cult or something that's bad. And sometimes when people are Catholic or Christians or whatever, they just think that it's a religion. It's really not. It's just a way of getting connected to your spirit. That's what it really is. I know for a fact, even my son says it, and I know my daughter knows it, like, I'm a better person since I started meditating, and since I started, now I'm getting more deeper into the yoga part, because it's something that keeps you healthy. It helps you to release toxins out of your body. It's all good. It's all good. So I'm not sitting up here trying to promote and say, oh, do yoga and all of that. But what I'm saying to you is, this is what's working for me. And it would be nice if you would at least try to see if it works for you. See if it helps you to find out who you are. Just meditating is not a deep thing. I mean, you could do it in so many different ways. It's just really quieting your mind for a little bit. It could be 5 minutes of the day, just getting your busa and, finding your moment just to be still. As it says in the Bible, be still. You know what I mean? Sometimes you got to be still when there's a lot of chaos going on around you. You got to be still and be quiet. Pretty much every day, just find some time in a day just to collect your thoughts. If your thoughts are running rapid and just all over the place, that is the time to just be still and just try to find your center. Try to get back to you. Work on get back to you. But it's not until you let go of the attachments that in your heart are holding you back. The judgmental people, the negative people, the selfish people, the shady people, the users, the people using you. I had a lot of users in my life, and I knew it. But my heart, the attachment, I just kept allowing it to happen. And then, like I said, once I found out who I was and started getting into the trueness of me and my purpose in life, now I don't have a problem on saying no. And it feels damn good. As a matter of fact, I think it's to the point that nobody don't really... And that's not to say, I go out my way for people. People that know me, they know. I'm there. I'm a person. I got your back. I'm a friend to the end. But I'm not going to let you use me. You're not going to use me up. That's not going to go down no more. I'm not having it no more in my life. So, even with your kids, I'm just going to talk on this real quick and then I'm going to go. But even with your kids, tough love sometimes can make your relationship the best, more than what you can ever dream. I had to do tough love. I had to do tough love with my daughter. She know it. And we have such a great relationship now because of that. Sometimes you can cripple a person, the attachment that you have with a person. Instead of you thinking you helping them, you're enabling them. You're handicapping them. You're keeping them crippled because they're dependent on you. They know that you're going to take care of it. And because you're going to take care of it, you got all their stuff on your plate and you can't even get to your stuff. Because you're carrying all these plates around. You're carrying all these, when you got small kids, definitely, that's understandable. Come on. But even with your small kids, if you got a kid that just constantly just keep bucking against you, tough love. I don't care. Like, even when you got a baby, even from the cradle, you want the baby to sleep in the doggone crib and they keep wanting to sleep with you because you started that habit. Tough love. You got to put them in that other room, put them in the crib and let them cry for a week and guarantee you this. They will stop when they see, okay, they're not coming anymore. You got to do it. You got to break the attachment because we can get in other people's way being attached to them as well. Sometimes we can stunt other people's growth, not just them stunting our growth, but sometimes we can stunt other people's growth, our kids' growth and all of that by letting them be so dependent on us. Letting them know that, okay, mom got it, dad got it, no matter what. No matter what type of trouble they get in, no matter what, oh, that's my baby, No, sometimes, look, you got to be like, you know what? You knew what you was doing. So you need to handle that. Now, I'm not saying little kid. Y'all know, use your own judgment. But when you know deep in your heart and your kid just keep on repeating the same thing. If you don't cut the attachment now or, shut it down a little bit, you don't understand what you can do to them now for their future. Meaning, like, you can have them be so dependent on you that when they get older and become an adult, they don't even know how to fend for themselves. They don't know, and it's your fault because you wouldn't let the attachment go. You wouldn't let the attachment go. You're so busy, you know what I'm saying? And again, once you find out who you are, Once you go deep into yourself and you're happy and you don't swerve and you don't, get shaken up by your surroundings, then guess what? All of those that's around you going to see the difference in you. And they're going to wind up wanting the same thing too. And then, especially if it's a partner, if you got a, if you're married or you got a spouse or just a partner or whatever like that, and you start making that transition and they see how much peace that you have in your life, they're going to want it. And then that way you can kind of show them. And now what? It's a peaceful harmony. Now you're in sync with each other. Now you can grow together, Sometimes we got to be the example for others. And I don't mean like always telling people. That means sometimes with action, with motion, Sometimes we have to we got to set the tone. We got to set the pace for others to follow. So, I think I'm going to save the other one I was going to read for the next time. No, I'm going to read it now. Okay, so I'm going to end it off with this. So listen to this. This is the other verse. This is 10, verse 11. I am of everything, the coming forth unto being. From me everything is set forth into motion. Mindful of these words, they offer their love to me, the enlightened ones being fully immersed in feelings of love. So y'all, if y'all get that, basically what it's saying, once you become enlightened, you're immersed with love, and that's all you want to give to people, and you are the one that set things in motion. So just like I said, you set the tone for your life. You set the tone for your path. Sure, it's going to be some rockiness along. Sure, it's going to be some obstacles. But that's what earlier when I read about, not to be shaken by heavy suffering. Once you find that zen, once you find that peace within yourself, you know how to go back to it when there's a lot of chaos around you. Once you practice it more and more and more, you'll know how to go back to it. And you'll know who to stay away from. You can walk in a room and somebody be complaining, be like, oh, okay, hi, how y'all doing? Okay, listen, I'll get back up on you. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to excuse yourself from the room. And the more and more you do it, the more and more that person see you do that, they're going to get it without you even saying anything. They're going to know, like, when you come around, stop complaining, stop talking negative, stop being judgmental. They're going to know without you even saying a word. I got people back where one of my ex-boyfriend's mom, I love her to death. I love her to life. But I could remember a time I went to go visit her, and we still cool, so I still go visit every now and then. And I could remember a time that she used a lot of foul language and all like that. But she was talking about something and then she cursed. And even though she was, older than me and old enough to be my mom, she said she apologized to me. And I'm like, huh? She was like, I ain't mean for that to come out like that. I ain't mean for you to hear me say that. And I'm like, wow, I didn't say nothing. But see, that's just, she knew the value that I held for myself. She knew the respect that I held for myself. So I didn't have to tell her nothing. She just felt that in her spirit for herself enough that she respected me to apologize when she didn't have to. And this is what I'm saying, y'all. Once you know who you are, once you respect who you are, once you start walking that path and you value yourself, then watch how everybody else change. And if they don't, those are not the people that you need to be around. Point blank, kick rocks. Y'all know what I mean. So I'm going to go. Y'all know I try to keep it, on a 45-minute range because I don't want to bore nobody. And I hope I touched on enough. But yeah, just let the attachments go, because you can be holding on to an attachment and miss out on another great opportunity that can be way better way better than what you're holding on to. So just remember that, guys. Let go of the attachments. Let it go, okay? If it's heavy on your heart, then that is something that you need to let go. Straight up, okay? So until tomorrow, 6:30, I will see you guys then. This is Adionne, your dream pusher, your lifeguard, saving you from the world. And this is the Chronicles of Livin podcast show. Make sure y'all Google me, Chronicles of Livin podcast show, or just Google Chronicles of Livin. Again, I'm upgrading the blog. I'm trying to put some great things on there for y'all, but it's still up. You can go on there and you can just listen to the podcast and catch up on things. So just keep coming back. I promise y'all I'm going to try my best to be finished by the end of the week, but you know my work schedule or whatever, but I'm trying my best to be finished by next week in this time so y'all can see what I've been working on. Good stuff for y'all. All good stuff. So I love you guys. And, go out there. Let go of those attachments. Get inside yourself. Learn who you are. And definitely share this podcast. And like me, follow me, Facebook me, Twitter me, all of that stuff. And I love you guys. Peace. Thank you for listening to Chronicles of Livin, where we talk to everyday people about everyday things in the past, present, and future. And if you are pursuing your dreams, I'm proud of you. Because the best part of life is when you decide to live. To keep up with us, please visit chronicles-of-livin.com. Until next time, this is Adionne, your dream pusher. I love you guys.